Yo, what's up, everybody? How you doing? This is your Coach Renz, and today we're going to talk about how to end personal suffering. I know that's a huge challenge, right? A lot of people are going to think that there are many different ways. You're going to go into whatever mechanism that you choose, but hey, I'm going to give you my personal top 5 ways to end all personal suffering. All right. Now, first, I want to give gratitude and thank everyone for being here on the channel. I appreciate your support. You're supporting Coach Renz. You're supporting Uncle Renz Popcorn. Subscribing to the channel. Sharing the videos and subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate it for those who are subscribing to the channel, and especially those who support me on Patreon. Thank you so very much. I'm feeling great. I've changed my diet again. You know, I kind of wavered off of my 90% vegetarian, and I'm back. Guess who's back? Once again, that's right, I'm back to my 90% vegetarian, but right now I'm doing 100%. Right now it's 100%. The next 14 days is 100%. So join me in 100% vegetarian, vegan lifestyle right now. I challenge you to do it. Get your life better. Get your immune system boosted. Let's live life to the fullest. So how do we end personal suffering? Top 5 style. Number 1, it is what it is. You know, many times you will hear people say things like this. They will say that, you know, why can't everybody just get along? Or why are you killing these people? Or why are there evil people? Why can't everybody respect one another? You know what? That's a fool's errand. It's a foolish thing, because in order for that to occur, you have to take away the personality of every person. We have to take away so many problems and issues that people have. This is why heaven seems to be so great, because it takes away from people being greedy. It takes away from people being selfish. It takes away from people being stubborn. It takes away from people being argumentative. It takes away from people having an opinion of what true happiness is, because in heaven, everybody's happiness seems to be the same. That's why everybody has their own version of heaven. So on earth, we say that heaven and hell is on earth, and it's a perspective of the mind. It's where you live, it's how you live, it's how you perceive everything. But the first thing you must realize is that you can only perceive things from your vision, from your eye, your single eye. Let it be clear and perceive the world. But here's the thing. You have to accept that the world is what it is. People are who they are. Things are how they are. Now, does that mean they have to stay that way? No, but the moment you realize that this is just how the world functions, this is how the universe functions, this is how the laws of cause and effect function. For every cause, there is an effect, and that effect may not always be in your favor. It may not be in the favor of the masses of people, but it's the simple thing that it is what it is. And the moment you see that, then life starts to be a little bit better, because your movements will change. Your movements change because you'll say, okay, I see how the world is. I see how it functions. So let me change my movements so that I can take the most advantage of how the world functions, not looking for some utopian style society to come and then make things easier, or for the world to function based on how I perceive it, and that everybody should get in line with that, because that will never happen. The only person that will get in line with that is you. You can force a child to try to get in line with you, but ultimately that child will go their own way, because everybody has their own perspective, and that's what you have to look at and accept. The moment you do that, you can then function a lot better, because your level of concern and worry drops drastically. Your level of frustration drops drastically. So that's number 1. Number 2, happiness is the goal. Happiness must be your goal. But in order to determine what happiness is for you, you got to get an understanding of you. Now, in an understanding of you, ask yourself this question, right? If you are in a relationship, happiness, what does a happy relationship look like for you? If you are in a financial situation, what does a happy financial situation look like? What does a happy health situation look like? What does a happy spiritual situation look like? So ask yourself this question first. Why? Why? Why do you want to be in a relationship? Why do you want to have X number of dollars or money coming in? Why do you want to have this level of spirituality? Why do you want to have this level of health? The moment you first ask the question, why, and you can answer it, then you'll be able to move better in your how. Because after you establish why, and it's your true why, your real why, doesn't matter what everybody else says the why is, your why. Then you can say, well, how do I achieve this? And how does a person who has that, how do they look? How do they look? How do they live life? How do they get to that point? Because now you can reverse engineer it, because you say, well, I want to be, my why of being in a relationship is because I want to be happy and share that happiness with someone. And I want to be happy, and I want to make them happy, and I want to have fun. I want to have that partner I can talk to, laugh with, cry with, do everything with. And this is what our intimacy looks like. This is what our sex looks like. This is what our money looks like. This is what our spirituality looks like. This is what our family life looks like. We have a why of that. And once I understand why, I can say how. How does it look? Actually, I went a little faster than that, but how does it look? How does our sex life look? How does our intimacy look? How does all these things look? Once I understand how, and I can see it, and it's a clear vision. It's a clear vision. What do I need to do to get there? What do I need to do on a daily basis to get there? What kind of person do I need to be to get there? What type of lifestyle do I need to live to get there? What? Too often we put the what, then the how, and never get to the why. We must first say why, then how, then the how it looks, and then what to do in order to get there. So happiness is the goal of all aspects of life. But why do you want to be happy in that area? How does it look? And what do I need to do to get there? Number 3, accept adversity and do what is best. You want to live a happy life, but you don't want to face the challenges. It's like the Marine Corps saying goes, everybody wants to get to heaven, but nobody wants to die. You see, you got to be willing to say that, adversity is going to come in my life. I'm going to have some financial downs. I'm going to have some health downs. I'm going to have some relationship downs. I'm going to have some spiritual downs. I'm going to have some societal downs. I'm going to have some family downs. But accept that they will come. They will come. Not that you focus on them, not that you look for them, but accept that they will come to you. It is in the same way that you should accept that if I walk out into the rain, you accept that you will get wet. If I jump into a lake, I accept that I will get wet. If I, go and work at a job, you accept the fact that you should get paid. If I bring flowers home, I should accept the fact that I should get a thank you. If a gift is given to me, I should accept that the person desired to give me the gift. I should accept whatever adversities come, but accept life period, but accept the adversities. I threw some things in there that weren't adversities, but you get the point. Accept the adversities, but then once you accept the adversity, do what is best for that particular situation. Do what is best for that situation. If doing what's best for that situation requires you to take a different mode of thought, a different mode of action, then take the different thought, take the different action. But do what is best for that situation, that you don't continuously find yourself in frustration, anguish, grief, and that sort of thing. But do what is best that will maneuver you and those around you into a better situation, into a peaceful situation, into a joyous situation. Instead of continuing to argue, or even debate, what is the best solution for this particular situation? You're having financial problems. Okay, I'm faced with a financial adversity. What's the best situation? Do I need to sell my vehicle? Do I need to move into a smaller home? Do I need to cut my expenses of eating out? Do I need to cut whatever I need to do? Do I need to call all my creditors and tell them, I can't pay you the normal amount, but I can pay you this amount? Do what is best for the situation that will relieve the stress. You see, if you're suffering financially, why continue to suffer financially and trying to maintain the same items? Because if you accept the adversity that you will lose things, then accept the fact that cars will come in and out of your life. Clothes will come in and out of your life. Houses will come in and out of your life. Accept those things and then do what is the best situation to relieve the stress. Number 4, accept criticism logically, but not emotionally. Logically, but not emotionally. We are all critics, and we will all be criticized. Accept that that is a reality. But how it affects you is based on whether you accept it logically or you accept it emotionally. You see, when you accept it emotionally, then only negativity will flow out from you and only frustration and anger, and you will become upset. But when you accept it logically to say, is it true or is it not? Is it coming from a reputable source? Is it not? Is it coming from a point of their emotion? Is it not? Is it coming from a point of their logic or is it not? Is it coming from an action that I committed or is it not? Is it coming from an action they committed? Is it not? Is it coming from my past? Is it not? Is it coming from their past? Is it not? Is it coming from a societal preference or is it not? Is it coming from a racial preference or is it not? Is it coming from a political preference or is it not? When you ask yourself these questions of where it is coming from, why they are making this conversation, why they are saying it, and what does it actually mean to me logically? It can mean absolutely nothing. Just because a person makes a criticism doesn't necessarily mean it's true, or that it may be true, but does it mean that you need to make a change or you need to do something different? If they cannot deal, that's their problem. If they cannot walk with you, that's their problem. If they can't deal with you, that's their problem. If it causes anguish within them, but you find peace, that's their problem. You have to look at it logically, not emotionally. Very difficult to do. Very difficult to do. But the fourth way of ending all human suffering is to do just that. People criticize your religion. Accept their criticism. Where does it come from? Does it make sense? It does? Okay. It doesn't? Okay. Either way, what is your decision based on it? Stay with wherever you want to go. Is your life, your mind, your spirit, your spirituality. Go do you. Don't worry about them. Go do you. And if you're trying to convince someone, you're the critic, and they don't accept it, that's your problem. Walk away. Keep it moving. It's not your life. It's theirs. Now, the last one, final one, fifth one, from Marcus Aurelius. It's up to you. Your happiness is up to you. Accepting the way the world is actually is up to you. Your happiness, your goal of happiness, up to you. Your acceptance of adversity and doing what is best is up to you. Your acceptance of criticism, whether it's logic or it's emotional, is up to you. Getting things done in life is up to you. How you perceive everything in life is up to you. Every aspect of what you do is up to you. You make the decision. I was speaking with my nephew the other day, and I told him that everything about your life as you grow older becomes up to you. Right now, you are being told what to do. You are being guided in what to do by me, your parents, by me, your auntie, your mom, your grandparents, your cousins, all these older people in your life, your teachers, your pastors, your cousin, all these people. They're making your decisions. But as you become older, it becomes up to you. It becomes your decisions. It becomes what you decide things are. How you perceive things are will determine what kind of life that you have. So it's all will become up to you. The problem is that most of us haven't had the opportunity to make these decisions growing up. So by the time we become adults, we don't know how to do this. We don't understand. We just follow along the crowd. But as you get older, it becomes up to you. It becomes your decision. You have to make the decision. You have to decide. You move the needle. Now, most people don't do that because they've been trained not to. But what I'm telling you, you have to begin to learn critical thinking, how to take the facts, put them into an understanding, and then walk and put them into action. Walk in that action, and then reevaluate them to see if are you getting your desires? Are you getting what you desire to have? Are you reaching your goals? When you recognize that, then you go back and make changes based on new facts as well as a new understanding, and then we begin to have wisdom. We begin to have wisdom. So it is all up to you. So we want to end all personal suffering. If you want to end all personal suffering, then the way to do it is to start doing these 5 things in every aspect of your life, in the full 360 of who you are. So I appreciate you guys. Continue to support the channel. You guys have a great day. Remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. And as always, good journey, good vibration.